Welcome along, fellow time travelers. Have you ever been to a Cracker Barrel? Like many of you, I have been to them a million times. After all, it is the best place to use the bathroom when driving up and down I-95. But look, I know many people loved eating there, and still do, and have special memories of the place. Well, until this week, I had no idea its history was so interesting. So check this out. Cracker Barrel Old Country Store traces its roots all the way back to September 19th of 1969, when it opened its first location in Lebanon, Tennessee. The idea of Cracker Barrel emerged during a collaboration with a gentleman named Dan Evins. He was a Shell oil sales rep who was seeking to boost gasoline sales, and he was hanging out with his friend, a local businessman named Tommy Lowe. And so Lowe suggested a hybrid concept, combining a restaurant with Southern cuisine, a gift store, and, outside, some gas pumps. The final design was inspired by the country stores of their youth. You see, they grew up together, where soda Cracker Barrel served as community hubs. In the 19th and early 20th centuries, large wooden barrels were used to store and sell soda crackers, a simple, unsweetened cracker made from flour, water, and salt. The initial site featured a rustic design with rocking chairs on the front porch. And of course, those gas pumps. However, the 1970s OPEC oil embargo forced the discontinuation of gas sales, shifting the focus entirely to dining and retail. The concept took off quickly, capitalizing on the growing interstate travel boom. By leasing land near highways in the Southeast and Midwest, Cracker Barrel expanded to multiple locations within its first decade. The company went public in 1981, raising $10.6 million through over 600,000 shares, which fueled growth to over 50 units by 1987 and a $1 billion valuation by 1992. Dan Evins remained the driving force until his retirement in 2004, with leadership transitioning to various CEOs. Ownership is now corporate, reflecting its evolution from a family-inspired venture to a national chain. The logo's evolution mirrors this growth. The original 1969 was simple, aligning with the rustic theme. As the chain grew to 13 locations by 1977, Evins enlisted designer Bill Holly to refine it. And so Holly grabbed himself a napkin and sketched the iconic new logo on it, featuring an old-timer, an elderly man in overalls leaning on a barrel, symbolizing the nostalgia of the country stores in the South, which you gotta admit was a pretty cool idea. Though often rumored to depict Evans' Uncle Herschel, who was a brand ambassador who distributed meal cards, it really wasn't him. It was a generic figure inspired by typical store visitors, not Herschel specifically. The logo became a hallmark, evolving with updates in 2006 and in 2015. In 2024, amid their All the More campaign to boost sales, Cracker Barrel introduced a controversial shift that you probably heard about. They decided to get rid of all the cool antiques and decided to go with a soulless, boring, redundant, modern farmhouse look. So the restaurants would resemble, I don't know, your dentist's waiting room? Brilliant, right? And so the next thing the executives at Cracker Barrel did as part of their bizarre rebrand was to replace the old-timer with a horrible text-only logo. Golden brown lettering within a barrel-shaped frame, supposedly aiming for simplicity and digital adaptability. Yeah, I don't think so. This was announced at 5:36 p.m. on August 26, 2025, and this change sparked backlash, with customers mourning the loss of the nostalgic figurehead and stripping away the antiques from the stores. Well, guess what? Reports suggest a $143 million market value drop, highlighting the tension between tradition and over-the-top modernization in Cracker Barrel's 56-year history. What in the world were they thinking, right? It made no sense at all. But hey, they changed all that and are returning to the previous logo. And so hopefully they'll leave it as it is. Now here are some of the fascinating facts that I learned about Cracker Barrel that I think you're going to find interesting. Check this out. Many stores feature east-facing porches when possible, welcoming the warmth as the rising sun greets the visitors. Many locations have authentic fireplaces, often using locally sourced stone and wood for a cozy ambiance. The rocking chairs are crafted by the Hinkle Chair Company, a 5-generation Tennessee business since 1834. Some people say that inmates are responsible for the weaving, but I think that lacks evidence. If you know otherwise, please let me know. Each store displays 800 to 1,000 genuine vintage items from their 26,000 square foot warehouse with over 90,000 artifacts. No replicas are allowed. The cornbread recipe, a 1969 staple, remains unchanged, embodying Southern heritage with proprietary details. Cracker Barrel is likely the top U.S. buyer of grits, serving millions annually alongside breakfast staples. The company owns nearly all its buildings, a strategy from leasing highway land and avoiding landlords. The retail section contributes about 20% of revenue, maybe even more, with $2.7 billion in historical sales from items like their rocking chairs. And so these elements underscore Cracker Barrel's journey from a roadside experiment to a cultural icon, balancing heritage with modern challenges. Now look, how things work out for Cracker Barrel remains to be seen, but some things are certain. You see, customers have always been drawn to Cracker Barrel for its cozy, nostalgic ambiance, evoking old-time country stores with rocking chairs and fireplaces. It was a cherished spot, and maybe even still is, for family and friend gatherings, offering hearty Southern meals and personal event celebrations, blending tradition with comfort in a welcoming, community-driven atmosphere that felt like home. Now, why in the world the executives at Cracker Barrel tried to destroy that is anyone's guess. So, what do you think of Cracker Barrel? Did you ever go to one? How did you feel about it when you went? And how do you feel about the company today? Do you think you'll ever go there again? I'll be honest with you, as long as they have bathrooms, I guess I'll keep going there. After all, with my eating habits, I'm probably not their ideal customer, don't you know? Either way, please share your thoughts in the comments below. Kindly remember to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Please check out the links below to learn how to support my research and productions. This channel is sponsored by CampfireShop.com. Do me a favor and check them out, and buy some awesome candles, herbal supplements, teas, and more. Kindly be kind to all of our fellow Earthlings, and please do not harm them. And do yourself a favor and go to a local shelter and adopt a cat or a dog or both. You and they will be very glad that you did. Until next time, I wish you safe travels on all your journeys.